Hello there, Silent Squad. Kenny here, also known as Silent Fan 85. Welcome to a serious mode. This will be uploaded to both YouTube and Twitch. This will be my first serious mode uploaded to Twitch, by the way. The sound is a little weird right now because I'm actually using my Yeti mic to record this. I'm used to using my headphones, so this is a little new to me. It's got me a little nervous, to be honest, but there's something I wanted to talk about with you guys for a bit and let you know what's been going on. Obviously, I've been streaming a lot of games have taken over the channel, new games. I've been working out schedules, so on and so forth. I also look a little ragged today. It's been a crazy day, but what I wanted to share with you guys is a bit of a personal struggle that I've been going through for the last couple of years, and didn't realize I was actually going through it. To be honest, I've been going through it for most of my life, at least since about nine years old. For those that know, I have been diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, chronic obsessive compulsive disorder, with situational anxiety. Big terms. What does that mean? Essentially, about 6 months ago when I was diagnosed, it was a gift. I've been... There's been some stuff that have been popping in my life that's been tearing me apart. For those that don't know, last year I went through a couple of months to where I was thinking suicide. I didn't really let it show, but in my private moments, the thought never left my head. I struggled, I thought. It's what I did, and I've been pretty good about that, about struggling with myself and keeping balance. But those couple of months really revealed something really dark within me. And that's really right around the point when I kind of felt that my life was about to change, either for the better or for the worse, depending on the choices I make. And even then, it'll even go into this choiceception to where even if I choose for it to be better, it will affect other facets of my life that'll get worse or change for the worse or better. Anyway, it gets really weird. But where am I at now? Well, the OCD opened doors internally, and they have recently had me on medications to help keep me, fluid, stable, whatever. Because in some ways I really have been a little unstable. Not in a really, really bad way. Not like I'm going to kill anybody or anything. But we're not like, I'm going to do something really, really nuts. Like, I don't know, go hang gliding without a parachute or something. Silent hang gliding don't use parachutes. Actually, I'm fairly sure they do. But the point is, with this medication, and with the chronic situational anxiety, with the chronic OCD, it's been, like I said, a never-ending thing. It brought everything, ever since I was diagnosed, it has brought everything into question in my life. It has brought every single choice that I have made, every single friendship, relationship, the way I think about myself, the way I think who I am, everything was brought into question. Why is that? Because for the last 20 plus years, I have lived under the assumption that I was who I was, and I was just kidding. It was just who I am. But if that's true, then the obsessive compulsive tendencies are where they have put me now. And what brings into question is, was that real? Was that really me? Which, I don't know, inadvertently puts me in this identity crisis. Now, luckily, I'm not going overboard. I still have my moments to where I go into these bouts of panic, uncertainty, what to do, intrusive thoughts into my head that keep replaying over and over and over and over, and I can't stop. There's no control, none whatsoever, but medication has been helping. But again, comes about the identity crisis. what do I do about this? I'm for the most part rediscovering myself, and it's scary, and it sucks on so many levels because again, so many things have been brought into question about me, about my past, about my future, about my current situations. I always thought that I lived off my heart, that I lived off of my instinct. Oh, I even get goosebumps thinking about it. But in a lot of ways, Kenny is changing. I'm discovering things about myself that are going total opposite to what I thought. I don't want to get into any details because it gets really, really personal, but in a lot of ways, being diagnosed with OCD, when you get down to the core of it, you discover things about yourself that, and you're going to. It'll make you question everything. It'll make you just everything. And it is, for lack of a better phrasing, again, existential and identity crisis, because you don't know who you are. You don't know what you like, if you really like it, or if you wanted to like it so much that you became obsessed with liking it, which is being masked as liking it. Throughout my life, I've thought about myself as a great person, as a good person, very dedicated, ready to give the shirt off my back to anybody. But was I just obsessed with being that person so much that I forced myself to do that? Was that really me? I wish I could say straight up. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. A lot of times I tend to hide behind humor. I think I'm funny. Some people think I'm funny. Obviously you guys enjoy the content. You enjoy me as a person. That's why you're here. But that's pretty much where I'm at right now. Things are going to continue the way they are. But for the next few years, I don't know what's going to fall off of me. What I'm going to decide that I don't need in my life anymore. Who I'm going to be, who I'm going to turn into. I've already noticed drastic changes within me. That, I really can't say that I don't like, because it's how I feel. And again, I don't want to get into the specifics because, again, it gets very personal. Some of the stuff is very controversial. But it's definitely, I'm definitely shedding parts of my personality that I thought were a part of me, but coming to figure out that's not really how I feel. Now, a lot of people could argue, well, you can still change your ways. You can still be the person you want to be. That's very true. But at the same time, I've always been the type that I'm true to myself, no matter what that is. And that's blocks that I was built on, that I raised myself on, that I wanted to be. Just true to myself, true to my heart, true to who I am, and not just wear masks just for other people's benefit. Raw me, And granted, that causes problems in life because for work and certain other things. But I can say with 100% certainty that I'm still me. Rather, my situation changes in life or within myself, I'm still Kenny. I've still done great things. I'm still awesome. I'm still going to be awesome either way. And that's the thing about being me or being you, is that you're going to be awesome either way. I know I'm still going to care about people. I know I'm still going to care about my friends and my family, because I am human. I'm never going to deny that. But at the same time, it's just so weird, man. It's so weird to be at this spot. It's such unknown territory for me, because it's so hard, because I've lived this way for so long. I've been doing so many things based on where my life has gone so far. But I'm rambling. I guess the key thing here is just to. I guess I just kind of wanted to give you all a little brief glimpse into what I've been going through mentally. Maybe it'll help somebody with OCD. Especially if you've been suffering with it as long as I have. And that's the thing. Because again, as I mentioned, I felt I was normal. I felt that it was normal for me to latch onto something and just keep at it. And just not let go when I should be letting go. But just to keep, it's hard to explain. But again, just think of the meaning of obsession and compulsion. Obsession is you can't think of anything else. It's all that drives you. You're obsessed. And of course, compulsion is acting without hesitation, really, or randomly. So again, if I've been like that for the last 29 years, or at least, again, since I was 9 years old, which is 20 plus years, where does that leave me? I mean, what? How do I know? It's a conundrum in itself, because, again, I'm having to reevaluate and rebuild in a lot of ways. Excuse me. But the only thing I know for sure, and the one thing that I can count on, is that I've got you guys, got the community, I've got my wife, I've got my family, and I've got my friends. And that's somebody just popped in. That's the thing about it. So, and that's really all that counts. But it's personally, it's such a struggle. And if you're going through the same thing I'm going through as you watch this, or if you have been through this, be sure to comment down below. Share it with the world. It does tend to help kind of get it out there. Or if you don't want to share it on the internet, share it with somebody you love. Don't hide the inner struggle. Don't go through it alone. While it is something only we ourselves can battle, it does help to have emotional support and reinforcement. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. And be sure to follow here on Twitch if you're new. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I rambled for like 15 minutes. I get a little emotional. I got a little emotional. I was right at a crying point, but it wouldn't be the first time I would have cried on stream. I've cried at pivotal moments during streaming, or on video, I should say. But I've definitely cried on stream because of my community, because of what you guys have provided. and the hangouts you do with me and everything else. It's just fucking fantastic, man. Seriously. A guy, a streamer, or content creator could never ask for a better community than the one I have. And you will never convince me otherwise. So, remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. And I'll see you around. Bye.